Hello, good evening, and welcome to my Fancy Football. My name is Phil, and it's nice to be here once more. It's nice to have this show with you guys all. We'll be looking at Manchester United this evening. What is wrong? INEOS are making a mess of that club, to be frank, since they took over that club. They are just making a mess from one manager link to another manager link. And it's becoming a problem for the club. It is not good for the image of the club. I just think that they have failed the first test given to them by Manchester United fans with the benefit of a doubt. Somebody like me never wanted INEOS to take that stick from the Glazers. We wanted an outright sale, and this is becoming a circus from the United point of view. As a United fan, it is becoming a circus, and I don't think it is a very good portrayal of the image of the club. But it is what it is now. They've taken over the club and they're making a mess of the footballing side of the club, which we all like, which we all want to see move forward, which we all want to see without any influence from the Glazers. But it seems there's a Glazer influence here, and it's becoming a problem for United. Okay, we'll also be looking at some latest transfer stories. A lot has been coming out from latest from West Ham to Man United being linked to Zirkzee, to Ellen Jr. Juventus also want to sign Douglas Luiz. So we'll look at all those transfers. But let's begin from the United's angle, which for me, I think INEOS are virtually making a mess of this club, of this great club. They are making a mess. Having meetings with managers when you already have him. If you want that manager to go, sack him and get somebody else. If you want Ten Hag to go, sack Ten Hag and get somebody else. Not having meetings with different managers from Tuchel to Zirkzee, from Zirkzee to Frank, Thomas Frank. A lot of this back and forth, and these are not just linked, are not just issues that the media just cooked up. They are happening. They are happening, and that is not good. It is not good for the image of the club. I don't just know who is advising INEOS, who is advising Sir Jim. Who is advising Sir Jim? Please, if you are there, to kindly send us like this video, subscribe, and share this video. But we want to know who is advising Sir Jim, because it is not good for the image of the club. United is a big brand, a big club in the world, and we see these things happening. It is not good. Some things need to be handled wisely, carefully. I don't know what you think out there, but tell me what you think. Send a message on the chat box, and I'll read it out. But it's not so far so good. We heard that Ten Hag is back to Manchester after a 2-week long break, and he wants to move forward with the club, but things are still holding him down. But this club has to move forward. This club has to go into the transfer business. The transfer market will be open on the 14th, which is on Friday, and things have to move on quickly. But things are like we've all seen under the Glazers, things are being held down, stand still. And this is what the Glazers do. This is what they like. This is what they love doing all the time. And I pray that in the INEOS group with Sir Jim realize that the structure of this club is paramount, and it has to be taken away from the Glazers. It has to be taken away from them. It is very, very important that structure is taken away from them. Okay, let's look at, you have a manager that has just won the FA Cup. You have a manager that even we, the fans, still feel that he should be given time. He signed the 3 years contract 2 years ago. We, the fans, think that he should be given a fair judgment, a fair hearing after winning the FA Cup. Yes, the season has not really been fantastic. Injury in and out. Also problems from the Glazers too. They refuse to sell the club, agree a deal to sell the club on time. They were moving left, right, center. And this culminated to a very, very difficult season for Ten Hag and the club. And also we, the fans that were watching nail-biting football all the time. It wasn't a pretty season last season. It wasn't a pretty season. And problem for some players, I won't start mentioning names because it's not the time for mention, but we all know them in and out. We as a fan, we need this club to come back to its former glory. It's going to be difficult. It's going to require building the club in and out of the pitch. It has to be off and on the pitch. This club has to be built, whether we like it or not. Sajim has come in with INEOS, with Borada, with the likes of Wilson, Walcott. They've come in, and those structures have started being. They started forming those structures of the club, putting one or two things together. But what we find out is that now somebody elsewhere is telling them that they need a new manager. I don't think United need a new manager at this time. He has a 1-year contract. Allow him to continue. Let's see where he takes. Support him in the transfer market. Let's see where he takes the club from there. It is really paramount for him to take that club to the next level. It is very, very paramount for Ten Hag to take United next season. And let's see where if he fails, or if he fails to deliver, you sack him along the way. And that is my take. This is what I think. And the United fans, we all have to understand that it is not the United of old. Football has moved on from where we were 13 years ago to this time. Things have changed because the Glazers refused to change. The Glazer had a strong hold on everything that happens in the club. And they are still in the club. And that's what is happening. That's why you have leaks here, left, right, center, from the fans, from the owners. You have these people leaking news left, right, center. Tell me what you think as a United fan. Kindly like this video, please. Support Fanzy Football. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're a first-time viewer, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, because INEOS is making a mess. They are just writing the whole Glazer script all over again. But we expect a decision this week, and for me, I think because the transfer window is opening on Friday, the Euros is also started, but we expect a decision. We know they have been linked with one or two players in the United for United. That will come back to talk about in the transfer segment. But we want, if you're a United fan, kindly have your say. Kindly send us your message. Tell us what you think. Where do we go from here? Tell us if you want Ten Hag in or out. Tell us if INEOS is doing the right thing to search for a new manager. Just let us know. Let us know. Let us know if INEOS is doing the right thing to search for a new manager. Because for me, I don't think that they are doing the right thing. For me, I don't think this is the right way to go. You have been doing an internal audit of what happened last season, and you are leaking out your meetings with other managers that you want. Thank God Thomas Tuchel is out of it. For me, I think I don't really need Thomas Tuchel. Thank God Pochettino is also out of it. Also, thank God Thomas Frank is out of it. I think the only guy that is left, Kerry McKenna, is also out of the run for the United job. The only person that is left in that job that we are not really sure of is no other person than De Zerbi. I think for De Zerbi, I think pretty soon we'll find out where that stand. But currently now, I just think that United should move forward, give Ten Hag the job, give him a free hand, let him continue, and let's see where it goes from here. Look at the likes of Arsenal, look at the likes of Man City, look at the likes of Liverpool. They have started doing their business. Where are we with the business? Where are we? Where is United currently with the business? I expect Sir Jim to do more. I expect him to do more than what the club is now. We don't want different varieties of news, left, right, center for the club. We don't want it. It is not what United need at the moment. This is not what the club needs. What the club needs is stability. What the club needs is moving forward with a project that is on ground. Yes, it wasn't pretty last season. It wasn't really good to watch in some of the games we played last season. But at the end of the day, United went into the final match of the season against City and they won the FA Cup. It's 2 trophies for Ten Hag in 2 seasons. How many of those managers have won the league in their first season? Apart from Ten Hag and Mourinho, none of those managers have won the league in their first season. But Ten Hag did it. I just think that he should be given the job, he should be backed, and he should be given adequate amount of money. If you don't want him to take charge of the transfers, yes, there are some mistakes that have been done in the transfer, like the signing of Anthony. That's a mistake for me. Anthony shouldn't have been signed expensively at that amount. It's a mistake. Yes, there are some players that have not really been good enough. So, but whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Still, you put the blame on the manager, because everything, when players down their tools, when players don't perform well, when the club don't do the right business in the transfer, it still boils down to the manager. And that is why the fall guy for me, the fall guy in all this whole issue is Eric Ten Hag. He is the fall guy, whether we like it or not. And it has to change. It has to change. This club has to change going forward. I don't believe that he's as bad as what he is, because we saw him in the first season, and we saw what he brought to the table, and we saw him last season, different problems. The team was imbalanced. He couldn't even have his stable defense, playing Casemiro at the defense. These are serious problems that the club had last season, and the club have to address it. And INEOS have to address it, not talking to managers, not talking to, at this time, this is not, I just believe it's a distraction. It's a distraction for the club, and it's not good for the club at the moment. So INEOS have to address this issue. INEOS have to look at where the club needs to go, the second phase in which the club needs to go from where it was when the Glazers, Ed Woodward, and John Martin made a mess of the club. They really made a mess of that club, whether we like it or not. They made a mess of that club. So that is what I think INEOS should be doing now, not having a coaching interview with different managers, and at the end of the day, we all know where it will end. We all know where it will end at the end of the day. So that's my take on this issue, and that's my take on where I think United should be and what United should do going forward. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy for United. And I said so, and I repeat, it is not going to be easy next season. They need at least 4 to 5 transfer cycles to get to where City are, to get to where Liverpool are. I just think that's what they need. Okay, guys, kindly subscribe. Like I said, subscribe. Give us the like this video, please. Just give us, if you're watching this video, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And let's see what is going to happen. From United, we'll go into the latest transfer story news for this evening, and let's see what is on the transfer banner. Okay. See what is on the transfer banner this evening. A lot. Sorry. Okay. On the transfer show today, let's look at Benjamin Sesko to reject Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea to stay at RB Leipzig. Yes, I think this is confirmed, done and dusted. Sesko should stay at RB Leipzig. We don't know how long, but I think he will get an improved contract. They've been a gentleman talk between Sesko and RB Leipzig that he can continue at the club next season. I just think that for me, he's still not proven. A young striker is still not proven. I think he needs time to develop. He needs time to show his worth. Yes, he did well last season, but I just believe that he needs time to show his worth. Sesko needs time to build himself as top players in world football, and he will do it. He's skillful, he's agile, he's good in the with the head, he's good with his leg. He can poach goals, good in the 18-yard box. I think for me, I think he's ripe. He's duly ripe to be the next big thing in world football. But I just don't think that at the moment he's a player that can suit. He needs to develop his game much more, and at the moment he is a player for me that is developing. Like I said on Rasmus Højlund, if I had my way in the United transfer, I wouldn't sign Rasmus Højlund last season. I would still give him 1 or 2 seasons to develop, and he has to develop. Sesko has to develop. He's virtually just 2021, so he has to develop. He has to grow as a player, and we should give him the benefit of a doubt as pundit, so that this guy grow, and let's see what he will become. He is a fantastic player, and for me, I think it's a good decision to stay at RB Leipzig, whether for 1 more season or for 2 more seasons. We don't really know, but it's a good one for Sesko. I think from Sesko, let's move on to this guy, Juventus winger Erling Jr. open to Aston Villa. I think for Erling Jr., he needs more playing time. I think for me, he was a good revelation. He came in, cameo appearance for Juventus, got 1 or 2 goals, 1 or 2 assists. He needs a place that he can play regularly, and Villa, I think, can offer him that place. He's interested, he's keen, he's open to join Aston Villa, and Villa can add him to their ranks. But the problem is that they have 2 or many more wingers in the team, the likes of 2 or many more wingers in the team. Sorry, and that creates more avenue for competition. That creates more avenue for really good team. That avenue for a team to grow, for a team to fight in different areas. And Villa will be playing the Champions League, so they need him, and they need him urgently to fill in those gaps. So from him to Douglas Luiz, for Douglas Luiz, there is an advanced talk now. The reason why Villa will have to sell Douglas Luiz is this: the PSLR, that is the financial rule that states that you have to sell before you sign players. Villa has to sell, and that is why this guy possibly will be in Juventus next season. They need him in that midfield as well. Juventus need him in that midfield. Villa are going to miss him, but Villa has to sell him because they have to balance their account. They have to ensure that their account is balanced and is well balanced for him and for the club as well. So he is the scapegoat or the fall guy when it comes to but they have a replacement. They have somebody that can fill in the gap there. They have Kamara. Kamara can do that, but the guy is a warhorse. For me, they will miss him, and very soon we hear about the deal. That deal should be done and dusted very, very soon because the talks are in advanced stages. So this deal should be done and dusted. Luiz Grahamo having his medical at West Ham now. So I think for me, I think this guy is also one of the big things that is happening in Brazilian football. But sorry, the Brazilian football are going to miss him. They've taken 3 players from Palmeiras now. Him, Hendrick, and the other guy, what's his name, that Chelsea wants to sign. They've taken them away from Chelsea, from Palmeiras. So Palmeiras have to rebuild now. But this guy is good. This guy has played in the under-18s, under-23 for Brazil, and hopefully we'll see him in West Ham. A very good player. He can really come in and hold his own as well. I don't really know whether he might struggle with English football. Let's see what it takes. It's all about next season, and he has to settle in very very well. The deal will worth £30 million plus some add-ons that will make it £1 million, and hopefully West Ham will unveil him tomorrow as their player. Fulham have set £60 million price tag for Joao Palhinha, aiming interest from Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich, I think there's something funny about this deal. Last season, we know that last season during the January transfer window, we knew that Joao Palhinha was heading to Bayern Munich. A very good midfielder. He has the highest number of tackles in the Premier League last season. When it comes to aerial duel, he's there, and he can pass the ball. He can chop and cut down passes from the opponent. He can intercept. So I think he fits the bill. But also news are also coming in from Manchester United that they are also interested to sign the player. But is it every player that United are interested in? That's the question. Should it be every player that United should be interested in? So United also are interested, but Fulham said no. Bayern Munich, we don't want £30 million for this player. What we want is £60 million. Let's negotiate. If we want to negotiate £60 million, then let's talk about £60 million. We don't want £30 million for this player. And they rejected that £30 million price tag for this guy. And now they've told any interested party that wants to sign Joao Palhinha, come and get him for £60 million. And let's see who will blink first. Maybe Bayern should have the money to, but I don't think he wants that amount for me as a midfielder. £40 million, £50 million can go. £45 million too can go for him. But Fulham are standing their ground because they know if they sign him off, who knows what will happen at the end of the day. They have to look for a replacement and somebody that can fit into that midfield. He has done a wonderful job for Fulham. He has been one of the spine of that club, and that is why the likes of Silva, the coach, doesn't want him to go, but they have to sell also. They have to meet up with their financial status also. It's all about the PSLR this season. No team wants a deduction of points. No team wants that controversy that points are being deducted from it. So every club in the EPL have to meet that PSLR rule. So let's see where it goes. Where this transfer news goes from here. Finally, on the transfer segment today, let's look at Joshua Zirkzee have emerged as one of Manchester United's top transfer target. Sorry, I don't know, but this is what is coming out. That is out there. It's on Sky. It's on Fabrizio Romano as well. I've taken it as well. So Joshua Zirkzee. So apparently. I think before the season end, we had that Joshua was going to AC Milan, but I think some clubs have come in. The likes of Arsenal, United have come in and to see if Joshua, the French international, they could do a deal with Bologna on him. I think it's going to be a very difficult deal. He has a clause of £34 million in his transfer, which I think virtually clubs can really afford. It depends on where the striker wants to play next season. Where does he wants to play? It depends on where he wants to play. I think for me, if he chooses United, he chooses AC Milan. These are clubs that can really develop him. But I don't think United need, like I said, I don't think United need a young. They already have a young striker in their ranks. They need somebody else that is much more experienced, that can bring in experience into the team for United. And for Milan, I think also they want to take advantage of that pool, that market. Since the players in Italy, you understand Italian, he can really do a wonderful job. Okay, guys, this is much on the transfer angle. Let me know what you think on fancy football. In this evening transfer news, latest transfer news. Let me know what you think. Kindly like, subscribe, share this video on fancy football, and let's see where we go from here. quickly from. So let's see where we go from here. Let me know what you think. Comment. Please kindly subscribe, like this video, like our videos, please. Give us that like, please. Just kindly like this video, please. So what's your take on United, please? What's your take on United? Is Sir Jim doing the right thing? So let's see what's your take on United. Okay, I think we have to come to the end of the show. We'll see you tomorrow once more, when we'll bring you another exciting news in the world of football, in another different dimension. If you're a United fan out there, like I am a Manchester United fan, but my channel is not really made for. It's not geared towards football and football as a whole, especially the Premier League and La Liga, Serie A. Looking at the top 5, African Nations Cup, Euros, European Championship, and every other football that people are really interested in. So that is what this channel is all about. So thank you for watching Fancy Football. Thank you for being there with us. We'll see you when next time we come on air, when we talk about football. We'll be doing our video for the Euros. Will be live hopefully tomorrow morning for group F. For group E and F, hopefully they should be live. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being there with us. Thank you for loving and liking and subscribing to Fancy Football.